Okay. So yesterday class, okay, we started clauses and the few clauses we discussed up to group by, okay, right. So group by what we said when we want to do some aggregative calculations, okay, we want to do some aggregative
Recording in progress.
data. So okay, so we do some calculations on a group of your information now. Okay, like we are using count function. What happened here? Okay, now so I just karo yaar if any chair was vacant. Okay, right. So to perform some grouping, okay, the grouping operations like count, sum, average, min, and max. So these operations, when you want to perform on grouping or a group of data, so definitely by using what now group by class, first we need to divide your data first of all, and later you can perform your calculation. Okay, na? So yesterday, one table we designed here. Okay, in this table, if I want to ask like write a query to find out number of students in the classroom means we're just using what now count of star and total how many number of students are there. So five, the five will be, we got it. But now my next question is what now? I don't want to find out number of students entire the classroom. I want to find out number of students based on their gender wise. So gender wise, how many female students and how many male students are there that I need to find out. So in this case, what we want to do, first of all, this gender column, whatever the column is there here, the gender column, okay, the gender column, first I need to divide now. So first this column, on this column, I need to apply what now? Group by. So group by you need to apply and first divide in this column, whatever the different types of data was there, the different types of data we need to split or separate. So what is the separation here? Male and female. So after separating like this here, then how many males are there that all males together in one group, and how many females are there that all females are make one separate group. So this kind of groupings, data divisions, data separations, if we want to do, definitely we have to use which class here? Group by class. Got it? Huh? So now let me write the question here, continuation. Take next one. Write a query to find out number of students, to find out number of students, okay, from from each from each gender, from each gender wise, to find number of students from each gender wise. Okay, the first of all, I need to divide my gender column data. First, I need to separate now. So how we want to separate here? Let me see now. And as usual, first you have to connect with your account, MyDB 4PM. Set page size, set lines properties. Okay, And now you can go for to clear this. Now come out and see now. So this is actually the table. What is the table name? Students. Okay, no? First of all, careful observe. Don't write. First observe. Select a star from students. And what should be used here? Group by. But group by, when I want to use here, I was given any syntax here? Yes. Now you can see. Select column name 1, column name 2, and so on, and a grouping function name 1 comma name 2, and so on. From table name, after table name, you should apply your group by. This group by, are you applied on which column? The column name also we can pass it, either single column or multiple columns. It depends on your requirement. Okay, that's fine. So as per the syntax, I'm going to writing now. Careful observe. Select star from students, and here I'm taking star. If I'm taking star, what it was happening, you can see. Select a star from students, and I'm using which class here? Group by. And which column I have to group here? Gender column. Okay, gender. That's okay. But here carefully observe, when we are applying group by class, the most important thing is what you understand. Group by class on which expression is nothing but column. On which column or which expression are you applied? The same expression you must be selected. You must be selected. But here, my grouping expression is what now? Gender. But here I'm using what now? Star. So star means all columns, but I'm just doing only one column wise. Then what it was happened to executed this, it was showing error. And it's very clearly showing that star, okay, it was showing star is not a group by expression. Star is not a group by expression, because my group by expression is what now? Gender. But you are selected what now? Star. It's not equal. It's not same. Yes or no? It's not same. So that's why it was showing error. So that means what you understand? Group by class, when we use whatever your grouping expression was there, the same expression or column should be select now. For example, you can see, suppose, sir, if I'm selected employee name, or sorry, who is the student na? Yes name. S name is a one more column. Okay. I selected S name. But S name I selected okay. But S name is not a grouping name na? It's not a grouping expression na? Yes. Still, even though it was showing what now? Error. Because now this time what it was saying that student name is not a group by expression. Understand na? So that means conclusion is what now? On which column or expression you applied grouping class, same column should be selected. Okay. Now, if the column is different, then it was not accepted. Now I can go for to give it here what now? Gender. Is it clear? So now you can see my grouping expression, my selected expression, both are same. Then your query will be work now. And now grouping, what it will do? Dividing your groups. How many groups are divided? 2 groups, male and female. But data separated. Grouping is formatted. Groups are divided. But count of people not showing. Yes or no? But I wanted what now? Number of students I wanted. I wanted what now? Number of students I wanted. So the student number of students information is not showing us because of reason. What we want to use here? Aggregative function. What we want to use here? Aggregative function we want to use. But are you using any function? No. So now I want to use a function. What is the function name? Which function is suitable? Count of star. And now execute. Now see how many female students? How many male students? 2. So male students are 3, female students are 2. Okay. But here can you see the count function? Which function are you taking? That function it was showing in your result. But sir, I don't wanted this function to show. So now what we want to do? I want to create some alias. What is my alias? As a number of students. If I'm giving now, then what it was happen? G stands for gender and number of students male. Okay, 3, females are 2. So this is what grouping class advantage. Okay, right down below. Okay, right. So now this is one example. Same as, let me go for some more examples. Now take siding, next one. Write a query to find out number of employees working to find out number of employees are working in each job wise. To find out number of employees are working in each job wise. So each job wise, I need to find out how many number of employees are working now. Now let me come out. To find out this, okay, how we want to write now. First of all, check it out your table. The table, can you see 14 employees? And you have here what? Job. And this job, okay, column, can you find out here how many different jobs we have here? 5 different jobs we have it here. So every job first we need to separate. For the separating purpose, I'm using what now? Grouping class. Okay, fine. So now I need to separate. Select which one I'm separating? Job from EMP. What is this? Group by job. So I separated like this. So clerk is a one separator job, salesman one, analyst, managers, and presidents. Total number of employees are 14. The 14 employees are working under these jobs. Okay. But in these jobs, each job, how many number of employees are working now? So if I wanted this, definitely we have to use which column here? Counter function, count of star, and I want to say number of employees. Okay. As keyword is optional. Okay, no, as keyword is optional. I already said to you. Okay, right. So job and number of employees. So clerk, how many employees? Salesmen, analyst, managers, presidents, one. Like you can find out each job wise. As keyword is optional, guys. Okay, na? Right. Okay, right. So now take one more example. Write a query to find out number of employees are working in each job along with their department number wise, along with their department number wise. Hmm. So now in this example, to finding number of employees, okay, who was working in a particular job. But along with job, what I need to display here? Departments numbers. Those employees department numbers also I need to find out. Okay. So let me come out and see how we can write here. Observe. So, but come to your table. Can you see jobs are there as well as the department numbers also there? So along with their department number wise, how many people are working in so and so job? Okay. So now how we can use here? Select what is this job? What I want to display? Department number. Which function? Count of star from EMP. What is your class here? Group by. And careful observe. If suppose group by applied on the only job here, but I'm not passing department number. Okay, then what happened? It was showing error. What is error here? Department number is not a group by expression. So that means what you understand here, how many columns you mentioned or you kept here, the same columns should be there under grouping expression also. So how many columns are there in your select query? You taken, you mentioned, same column should be there under group by also. Then only accessible. See here, one column job and department number, two columns I was taken in my query. But in grouping expression, I was given only one. And which one is not given, that one is showing here error. Okay, that's why. So how many columns are you selected? Exactly those columns should be there in group by. Understand now? So now I'm going to using group by job, comma, DPT number. And now see carefully, I just give it. So now here, observe carefully. So jobs are one side, department numbers and counting of people. But how it was counting, you can see. Clerks. How many clerks here? Two clerks. These two clerks are working under which department? 20th department. It means that what I want to say, in 20th department, how many employees are or how many employees are clerks? How many employees are clerks? Two employees. Like in 10th department, how many clerks? In 30, how many clerks? One. So now, but your data is not in proper. Suppose you need to take a proper order. So now I want to use what I want to use order by job, comma, department numbers. By default, it is what now? Ascending order. Suppose you added order by, what happened? You can see. Now it was sorting now. Carefully observe. So first analyst. How many analysts? Two analysts. But unfortunately, the two analyst people are working under which department? 20. It means what you understand, there is no analyst in 10th department. There is no analyst in 30th department. This is here analyst information I can find out like this. Suppose can you come out to here how many clerks? How many clerks are there here? Total 4 clerks are there. Out of 4 clerks, one clerk is working under 10th department. 2 clerks are working under 20 department. One clerk is working under 30 department. So that means here any department is not having clerks. Is there any department is not having clerks? No. All departments are having clerks. So in 10th department, clerks are available. In 20th department, clerks are available. In 30th department also, clerks are available. This is the mean of this. Okay, right. The next one, come to who is this here? Managers. So carefully observe. Total number of managers are 3. In this 3, one manager is in department number 10. One manager is department number 20. One manager is department number 13. So that means in each department, you have a manager. Yes. Is there any department is there? There is no managers? No. All are having managers. One managers are there. So here, okay. Next one come to here what now? President. So president, how many presidents here? Only one president. And that one president is having in which department number? 10. So that means here I can say, what I can say here, there is a no presidents in 20. There is no presidents in 30. Here I can say. Same as I will go for salesman. Salesman's total salesmans in my company 4. But out of 4 salesmen, these all salesmen are working under department number 30. So that means here I can say no salesman in 10, no salesman in 20. Okay, now. So this is data analysis we called, data describing we called, data summarizing we called. Okay, based on this reports, now the company management people will decide that, okay, how many employees we need to hire and which employees we need to hire in which department, who we want it, we need to hire. Okay, in analyst, I want it for 10th department, want it for 30th department, because in these 2 departments, analyst people are not there. So that means now I want to recruit analyst people into which departments? 10 and 30. Same as clerks we need to recruit? No, because all departments clerks are there. Next, managers I need to recruit? No, all departments are having managers. Presidents, definitely if you want it, you can recruit. Otherwise, only one president I will maintain. You can maintain one president. Salesmen, definitely. Salesmen are there in which department? 30 only. That means there is no salesmen in 20. So if I wanted salesmen, in which department I want to recruit? 10 and 20. So this kind of informations management people will take from your database. Understand? Na? So this is, and now we can see I was applied group by on how many columns? Multiple columns. And along with what I'm using? Order by. So any 2 or more than 2 classes can use into one single query. There is no restrictions. Okay, na? Right down below. Your wish, you can write any manner. Next example. Write a query to display sum of salaries of each department number. To display sum of salaries of each department number. Okay, so here I need to find out here sum of salaries. Now you can come out same as okay. When come to your table, so your department numbers we have here and their salaries also there. For example, each department number wise monthly how much expenditures are bearing by company. Understand na? So the company want to know for monthly how much expenditures are happened on each department number or each department wise. I have to know how much expenditures we are spending. Okay. So now, for example, let me see department number 10 is there. In department number 10, how many employees here? 3 employees. 3 employees, 3 salaries are there, na? Yes or no? Now this 3 salaries you can see. One salary is how much here? 5,000. One salary 2,450. So total 7,450. 7,450 plus 1,300. 8,750. 8,750. So like this, I need to calculate the expenditure amount from each department. Okay. Now in this, how we can go to send it here? Okay. Now we can go to select. So which column? Department number. What we should use? Sum of sal. And from which table? EMP. So where? Sorry, where not? What is this? Group by on which column? Department number. So monthly expenditures for each department is what now? Okay, 10th department we are taking 8,000 above, 20 10,000 above, 30 9,000. So these are the expenditures what we are going to be spending on those departments. But your department numbers are having any order? No. Suppose you want it ordered. What do you want to do? Now we can use order by class. On which column? Department number and executive. So now we can see 10th department 8750, 20 10 30 950. Okay, right down below. Okay, right. And now the next example, I'm showing here all aggregative functions are at a time how to use in this query statement. Let me see to observe here carefully. So select, I want to find out department number wise. First, we need to know about the count of people. So that is called a number of employees. Okay, this is what. Next, I need to find out here, okay, sum of salary. So then I'm using sum of salary. That I will show as a, okay, total amount. And the next I'm going to showing here average of a salary. So then I will show you AVEZ underscore salary, average salary. Next I'm using what now? Min of sal. So that I want to show as a minimum salary. Next I'm using what now? Max of sal. So that we are using here max salary. And anything is after? All functions are came up? Yes or no? Yes. Then from EMP, what we should use? Group by which column? Department number. What class? Order by single column department number. So this is what my execution of all aggregative functions. And see, in 10th department, how many number of employees? 3. What is their expenditures? 8,750. What is their average expenditure? 2,019.66. What is their minimum salary? Maximum 5,000. Like in 20th department, how many employees are working? Their total expenditures. What is average expenditure? Minimum salary, maximum salary, 3,000. Like 30. The number of employees, 6. Expenditures, 9,400. Average, 1,566. And minimum, 950. Maximum, 2,850. Okay. So like at a time, you can calculate now. Okay. The number of employees in my company for each department wise, employees, their salaries, their expenditures, okay, their minimum, their maximum, this is all we need to calculate. Okay, now right down below. Okay. Now, so these are grouping classes. Okay, na? So group by class, how we can use. And now let me see. For example, one of my okay, the requirement is this is okay. I just go to take this. Okay. If I want to execute up to here, this command, if I'm executing in my SQL plus what it was happen, guys, here. So almost every department numbers wise, your total expenditures are displaying here. Okay, now? Right. But now what I want to do, after finding the each department number wise, their expenditures. Okay, or the sum of salaries we calculated here. Okay, fine. But now my question is what now? I don't want it this all. I want it which department sum of salary is more than 10,000. Only the department I need to fetch. Which department is there like that? 20. So in 20th department only we have a more than 10,000. That I want it now. So more than 10,000 expenditures. Which department people was done? That I want it. How to write now? Up to here you got it. From this I need to pick. I need to pick which department sum of salary is more than 10,000. How to write condition? So up to here, okay, sir. Okay, department numbers wise, I just get it up to wise. So up to wise, okay, sir. Department number wise, I get it. But I want it more than 10. So that means more than 10 means after getting this result, again, I need to pick my required data. Need to pick required data means which class I'm using previously? Where class? Yes or no? Where class using for what now? Whatever you wanted, specific record, you can take it up. Okay. Suppose now I wanted which record? Specific row. Which row? Whose department number sum of salaries more than 10,000. So that means what we are going to be expected here, we are all of you using which class here? Where what I can say? Sum of salary is greater than how much here? 10,000. Okay, now this is what we are expected. But what happened, you can see it was showing error. So why it was showing error, sir? Means that now tell me this where class, whatever we applied, the condition we applied when we was applied after group by a, before group by a, after group by. But actually, in our definition of where class, what is our definition of where class? Where class can be filter or filtering rows when before grouping. But now I was applied after grouping. So after grouping, if you want to use some condition, the condition should not be used with the where class. So then which class I have to use, sir? Means that after grouping, if you want to perform some condition or give some condition after grouping, if you want to give some condition, the condition I can give it by using having only. So having class, where class differences what, sir? Means that where class can give your condition before grouping, and having class condition can be used after grouping. This is the difference. Okay, if any interview person is asking, you have to tell that. So now that means after group by or after grouping, if I want to do some condition or some filter, if I want to do, then I have to use which class here? Having class, right down below. So having class, what you say? Filtering rows after grouping, after grouping data, after grouping data in a table, after grouping data in a table. Next one, it should be, it should be, it should be used, it should be used after, or it should be used after group by class. It should be used after group by class only. After group by class only, you can use. And even though when comparing to your syntax also same to same group by syntax, but later we need to add it, okay, some condition. So up to here grouping. So as usual, the grouping will be take now. And then after you need to add your having, then you can say filtering. What is this? Condition. So where class is also using for filtering condition only, but that is before and this is after. Okay, right. So after syntax, let me go for to take one example on this. Right on. Write a query to display jobs in which job the number of employees are more than three. So I want to display jobs in which job the number of employees are more than three. Okay, right. So first, I want to find out what now each job wise number of employees are find out first of all. First, find out each and every job wise number of employees. Then after, you need to pick in which job more than three employees. Okay, na? So before you need to get more than three employees jobs, first we should know that all employees, that means all jobs, employees, I need to first check it out. So how we can check it out first of all? By using group by class. By using group by class, we can write. How to write now? Come on. Select job. What next I have to use? Count of star from EMP group by job. Okay. Now what happened? All jobs, number of people came, but who I wanted? More than three. More than three. Which jobs are there? Clerk and salesman. So that I wanted. So that I want it means what now? Here I can't use a where class. Suppose you are using where class. So where, what do you say? Count of star is greater than three. For example, some people have a doubt. Can I use a where class? And now you can see where class what happened. It's not a supporting here. So that means it means that in place of where, what I want to use? Having, yes. So having only supportable. So now after group by, if you want to give condition, the condition can be give it by using having class. Now we can see having class and you got it now? Yes. Right on below. Next one. Taking the same pattern, one more example. So write a query to display department numbers in which department number the sum of salary is less than 2, in which department number the sum of salary is less than 2, 10,000. Can I write now? First, what we need to find out? Each department number wise, first sum of salaries calculate now. After that, you need to pick your department numbers where your salary was less than 10,000. Now we can already, the previous example we did, yes or no? So what is our previous example? Department number wise sum of salary. Let me see. So these are department numbers, sum of salary, but less than 10,000. Who was there? Less than 10,000. 30 and 10. Okay. So up to here, my query is same, but I have to use what now? Having, which condition here? What is the condition? Having sum of salary is less than 10,000. Now you can see. Got it? Yes. But if you want to short 10th, I want to sequence order, then what we want to do? Now you can use a order by class also. Order by, okay, which column here? Department number in ascending order. Okay. The order changer? Yes, right on below. The same to same. Let me take one more. Write a query to display gender if the number of students are more than 2. Okay, can you write now? How to write here? So previous table, what is our table? Students are gender. So now here I have here male and females, but I want it to which one? More than 2. So more than 2 means up to here your condition will, okay, your query will be same. After that, what you should use? Having of that what? So having count of a star is greater than 2. So who was like this? Males. So males only having more than 3, not females. Okay, right. Okay. So these are what we call, guys, here having class condition, how to use. Next, the two more classes are important here. Observe roll up and cube. So now we can go to see here how and what is the differences of your roll up and cube. So take siding. Ah. So now careful observe. Basically, this roll up and cube classes are we are using for the reason of to finding of your sub and grand totals. So for example, I want to show like this to my management in my company, how many number of employees are there. For example, there are 500 employees are there in my company. So I have a three departments like Java, .NET, testing. So now these 500 employees is my total strength. That is called a grand total. That 500 employees I need to distribute into how many departments? Three. So how I can distribute? And each department, how many employees are having? So when you want to calculate a subtotal means what now? For example, Java's okay, programmers or people are there 10. For example, .NET people are there 10. For example, database people are there 10. So yeah, 10, 10, 10, this is called a subtotals. But if I want to know grand total, how to find out grand total? These all subtotals we need to add, then it will give it a grand total. So it means how much grand total now? 30. Understand na? For example, nowadays we are going to be billing system. Supermarket, some okay, D-Mart, supermarkets we are giving. Suppose you are going to be purchasing 25 items. Okay, na? So each item price will there na? That is called as a subtotals. That all subtotal combined, lastly it will show grand total. So that calculation how the people will do, it means that cube and roll-ups. Internal applications, they are using this. Okay, na? So now that kind of calculations, subtotal of product, each product, subtotal of each product and grand total. Subtotal means what now? For example, let me see, suppose, are you purchased, for example, what we can say, some X product are you purchased? But X product are you purchased? How many products you purchased? 4 products. How many quantity? Quantity how much? 4. This is product name. This is quantity. Okay. And each product price and total price. Is it a? Each product is 10 rupees. Then total 40 rupees. Yes or no? Next, Y product is there. You purchased 2 quantity. One product cost is 20, then 40. So next Z product is there. The quantity is 3. Now each product is 5 rupees, then 15. So now what I'm saying here, X product subtotal. What is the subtotal? 40. Y products subtotal. Z products subtotal. What is your grand? 95. This is grand total. 40, 40, 15. These are subtotals of each product. And each product means, for example, some soaps are there. Santur soaps. I'm purchasing 3 soaps. Then Santur soap is only different. One category. But how many pieces? That's called. So in this kind of calculations, okay, when you want to show it in your billing systems, there are using what now? Cube and roll-ups. And these cube and roll-ups are very, very important for big data. Actually, the where the people are using this roll-up and cube means big data levels. That means data warehouses. Generally, 90% of people, This cube and roll-ups are using on data warehouses. Because of reason in data warehouse, they have so much use and large scale data was there. On that data, we applied here roll-up and cubes, and the large scale data we will be summarizing. We will be summarize or we will be describe in proper systematical order. Okay, the each and every product name, quantity, price, total, product name, quantity, price, total. So like each and every information will be described. Described means so step by step, systematically, every point to point information will show. That is called a summarizing. We called a describing. We called. In that cases, roll up cue balls very, very important. Okay. Na? So instead of in Oracle, in SQL or in MySQL, mostly these two classes are applied into warehouses to managing big data information. Okay. Na? Right. But now we will see in Oracle how to use this. Right on below. Roll up and cube. These are special clauses. These are special clauses in database which are used to find subtotal and grand total based on grand total based on column or columns. Okay, based on column and columns automatically. Columns automatically. Okay, next one. These clauses can be implemented along with group by clause only. Along with group by clause only. Okay, right. But here the question. Sir, roll up and cube both are using to finding subtotal and grand total. Both classes are going to be do same action, same operation. Then what is the differences between in these two? Okay, now this question compulsory, it will come to you. Now the difference subset. What is first one I said? Roll up. Roll up is going to be finding, guys, okay, to find out sub and grand total, based on a single column. Based on what now? A single column. So a single column wise, it will be work. A single column wise, it will be work. But whereas cube is finding subtotal and grand total based on multiple columns wise. Based on multiple columns wise. Okay, right. So these are definitions of your roll up and cube. But how to use practically, how to finding your sub and grand totals. Okay, na? So those we will see on tomorrow class. Okay. So tomorrow we will see some examples on this two classes. Okay. And after this, if you tomorrow you have a time, I will start at joints. Okay. So the main concepts are we started from tomorrow. Okay. Right, guys. So thank you. Thank you so much. क्यों नहीं लिया? Which batch? हाँ. अरे ऐसे मत ना चाहिए यार. How you came here first? What I didn't start here. Permission लिया है? टॉपिक सेम चल जहाँ पर छोड़ा था वही से ये चल रहा है. तो अभी ये कंटिन्यू करेगा.